Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. I'm Justin. Today we have a very busy day. It's chicken processing day, so we need to start getting set up for that. I'm going to start by getting all the stuff that's in the barn set up, and then we'll have to bring the tractor up to the house, grab all the stuff out of the basement, bring it all down here, get it all set up. We're not going to show you any of the actual processing in this video, so if that's what you're looking for, sorry, we're not going to have any of that in here. We figured we'd show you what we do to set up, what we get at the end, and a little bit of the cleanup. So we got all the stuff set up that was in the barn. Time to go get the pellet forks in the tractor, go up to the house and get all that stuff. Alright, we got all the equipment over here now. So now what I need to do next, I gotta go grab the hose, drag that over here, and turn on the hot water so we can start filling up our Scolders and get those going because they take a little while to heat up. So now that we got both Scolders full and heating up, and the Plucker's plugged in, ready to go, let's turn the water back to cold and fill up our ice bins or ice bath. So I think we're finally set up.
Finally. Videoing definitely slows things down.
Yep, we were hoping to be going about an hour, hour and a half ago.
At least an hour.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, but it is what it is. At least there's a nice little breeze today and it's not too hot.
Compared to what we had. We've been in like 100, 105. So today's like 69 right now, so
yeah.
Feels good today.
We'll definitely take that. You ready to go get some chickens?
I'm ready. Let's start this.
All right, let's go get some chickens. So these guys haven't eaten since yesterday morning. We fast them before processing. It makes the whole thing cleaner. Their crops will be empty. Their stomachs should be empty. Hopefully their bowels are also empty.
That's the plan.
That's
or
the
plan.
goal.
The goal.
The goal. But anyway, so they haven't eaten, so they're really hungry. So once we open this door, they're probably gonna go crazy, which always makes loading them up fun.
Interesting.
And interesting. That's probably a better word. And we'll try to keep them contained as much as possible as we load them. Well, that load actually went pretty easy.
None of them escaped.
None of them escaped. They weren't too bad to catch either. So. So we got our chickens here in the barn in the shade. We got the spool blocking them from where the dirty deed is done. So we grab them, we bring them over here. To our cones. This is where we dispatch them, cull them. And then from the cones, they'll go into our Scolder to loosen up the feathers, and then from there they go into the Plucker, and then from the Plucker they will go over to our table here where Dana will finish eviscerating them, and then from there they'll go into our 2 black totes down here to chill. And that's basically processing in a nutshell. And once we're done with all the birds, we'll come back and we will show you what happens after that. That was fun.
Sure.
It was not fun.
It was a beautiful day. There was a cool breeze. I mean, I think it's like 70 degrees, 75 maybe, so it's absolutely beautiful.
This is probably one of the nicest days we've had doing this in the summer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tolerable. Very tolerable.
Yeah. We have totally lucked out because we always plan the dates well in advance of when we're going to do this and have never had to do it in the rain yet.
Yep.
So hopefully that keeps going.
Hopefully. So we got everything processed. It took us about 3.5 hours. We're gonna clean up a little bit of the equipment and then we're gonna get on to bagging and weighing. So now that the processing's all done, I'll walk back up the hill and turn the hot water back on. We can use that to clean up. Having that outside faucet do both hot and cold water was a huge upgrade, made this a lot easier. We used to have to go all the way down in the basement every time we wanted to switch temperatures, and now we can just do it right from outside. And if you haven't checked out that video, check it out. It was one of the very first ones we shot. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th one we shot. So you can see how far our videos have come since then. So here's a nice close-up of our plucker, and the bottom of this spins, and the bird sits in here and it flops around and hits all these fingers, and that's what takes all the feathers off. It looks really violent, but it really doesn't do any damage or anything to the bird, and it makes life a lot easier. But to clean it, what we do is we rinse it out real good, then we go through and we pick as much of the feathers out of the fingers as we can, just to keep it clean and sanitized. And then we take a bleach and water solution and we spray every surface of it down, and then we rinse it with hot water. And that's our cleaning process.
All right, so Justin's got all the feathers out. I'm gonna spray it down with some bleach water, and then we'll let it sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll rinse it out with some hot water.
Well, Dana, are you ready to do that with every other piece of equipment?
No. This is literally the worst part. Even though we spend like 3 hours, 3.5 hours processing, the cleanup time is the worst.
Yep.
It just feels like it takes forever. You gotta bleach everything, spray everything, dry everything. It's just...
I mean, realistically, with both of us doing it, it doesn't take a long time. It goes really quick. It's just
maybe when you look at the clock, it goes quick, but it feels like it takes forever.
It's just one of those tasks that you just don't like to do.
No.
So, all right, well, we're gonna get everything else cleaned up. You've seen what the process is, and we'll be back when it's time to weigh chickens. All right, we're ready to start bagging and weighing. You excited?
I am.
I can't wait.
We're almost done.
Yep, and I can't wait to find out what we got.
I think we got some big ones this year. Definitely looked like we had more roosters, so that's good.
Yep. All right, let's get some chickens drying out. So I built this little PVC rack so we can set our chickens up and let them drip dry a little bit before we put in the bag. Try to keep some of the excess moisture out of the bag. And ready to put it in a bag?
I am. Legs left, right?
Yes. Okay, so we put the chicken in a shrink wrap bag. We got a straw going into the cavity of the chicken. We zip tie around it. And then we take it in our other Scolder that we set up, and that's set to 180 degrees. And we stick it in the water. Let the plastic shrink right around it. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna get these guys in the refrigerator, and then we let them sit in the refrigerator for 48 hours before we put them in the freezer, just to make sure they go through rigor and all that kind of stuff. And then supposedly it helps make them more tender. Don't know, it's just the way we've always done it, and it's worked out great for us, so we're gonna keep doing it. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get these down in the refrigerator, we're gonna finish cleaning up, and then we will be back with you once we're inside, cooled off, cleaned up. We'll get all the weights, and we'll let you know what we ended up with. So we'll see you then. We got all the chickens put away, got all the weights figured out. What do we end up with?
137.6 pounds.
I think that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them were averaging about 5.5 pounds. Our smallest was 4.13, so definitely on the small side. Good for making little quesadillas out of them. And our largest was 6.08 pounds.
So I think that's good.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything that was extremely big like the first year when we had a couple 10-pounders.
Yeah.
We definitely learned more about portioning feed and that kind of stuff after our first one. So I'm very happy with how everything turned out.
Yeah.
I think it was a good run. Would have been better if we had all 30 of them, but sometimes you lose some. Hopefully you guys found this video interesting. If you did, please like it, give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. We'd also really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, help us grow our channel, reach more people, and have more fun. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.